Hello. Yeah, hi everyone. Today we will learn about while and for loop. So in the last section we learned about if else statement and that gave us some control over our program. Now let us see how while and for loop can help us in developing our programs. So let's start. So I can say while loop is the loop which help us to run continuously until unless it satisfies a condition. For example, if I write here, we know that bool 1 is always true and bool 0 is always false. If I write, let us create a infinite for loop and see what happens. Let me create a for file, and what I can do is here that while true, okay, and let me save it. This is the simplest for loop. While true means until and unless the condition is true. So here is the thing. While is the statement and this is the condition. When condition will be true, this statement will execute. When it will be false, then this statement will not execute. So let us run it. See, this is an infinite loop. It will keep on running and running unless and until we press Ctrl C to stop it. So let us stop this loop. What if I do here false? See, nothing got run because while loop doesn't execute false condition. Only condition which are true in nature are always executed. So let us run one more time. See, okay. Now let us write some good program. For example, let me say if I want to execute, if suppose value is 10, while a is less than, while a is greater than 0. Okay. Now I can see print here. And I can do a equals to a minus 1. So what this will do is that this will reassign the variable. For example, a equals to 10, then a equals to a minus 1. So our value is 9. We can same thing we can write in this way. So our value is 8. So this is the shortcut of this statement. So instead, you might see on web or on internet many people write this kind of statement, a minus equals to 1, so which evaluates to a equals to a minus 1. Similarly, if you will see a plus equals to 1, which will evaluate a equals to a plus 1. So keep this thing in mind. So in this way it executes. So what I can do here is that instead of writing, you can just write a minus equals to 1. This statement same as, okay. Now what it will happen here is that first value is 10. So when 10 is the value, let us run this first. You can see here. Now let us go and debug our program. For example, it says value of a is 10, so our first value of a is 10. Then after that, what it did here was it did a equals to a minus 1. So 10 minus 1 is 9, and it went on doing, because 9 is greater than 0. Then it did 9 minus 1, then 8 is greater than 0. When it reached 1, so 1 is also greater than 0. But when it did 1 minus 1 equals to 0, 0 is not greater than 0, it is equal to 0. If I put it here equal to and run this program, okay, see, a equal to 0. So what it did was, it even now the last statement is also true. When a is equal to 0, 1 minus 1 equals to 0, then this statement also evaluates to true. But when it went on 0 minus 1, which is minus 1, then this statement evaluated to false, and then hence the loop stopped. Again, we can also try do one more program. We can do, okay, let us write another program for comparison. Now let us do equals to 10 and b equals to 0. Okay, while this will be the same program. If we put a is less than b, then b is 0, this will evaluate the same program. You can try this program, and this program should be in such a way that you should print while a is greater than b, and then try to do some statement, try to reduce a's value and see what happens. Okay, so this we can do. One more thing we can do is of string, so we will comment this out. Okay, so now a equals to, now let us s equals to python. Now while any, okay, you should remember this s equals to, if I do python, then what will we do is true. Any object is true. Okay, or what we can do is that if we calculate len of s, length of s is 6, because there are 6 letters in python. So what we can do is that while length of s is greater than 0, okay, print s, okay, print s, and then s equals to s1. Okay, let us see what happens now. While scanning literally. Okay, you see here, this is, there are 3 double quotation. Here we have 4 double quotation. In python, to do multi-line comment, we only need 3 double quotation. See, what it has done here is that first it has printed python. So what we are doing here is that s equals to, okay, now if I do here, what is s of 1 to this one, so from 1 to last it will print, so we are assigning it. So after, if I do s equals to s of, then our s value is python. And if again I do here is that So what happens is that unless and until we are reducing one element, one letter, one by one. So when it gets 0, then it stops. Even if I do while s, because what we got here is that, for example, s equals to Python, and if I do boolean of s, it is true. Okay, so what I can do here is that while s, okay, because s is true anyways, it's boolean. Now let us try to run program. What happens? Let's see the same statement, because if s, when at now s value is empty string, so boolean of empty string is now false. It became false, and then it got to it got exited. For now, there is one more thing we can learn about is in for loop is break statement. So okay, for example, what I am doing here is that suppose let me take number equals to 100. Okay, now what I can do here is that while this number will also be true because integer is true. Let us evaluate here. Okay, so while number, and what we can do here is that to break it, if print, okay, print num, if num is equals to 80. Okay, let us break it. Else what we can do here is that num equals to num minus 1. 80 will be too far, we can take it as 90 because it will print long statement. Now what I can do here is I will run module. You see here what break does is that it exists from your loop. So whenever you are creating a loop and you want to exit from a loop, you can use break statement. After this break, we have another thing to use is like continue statement. We'll use this script only, continue. Okay, so for continue statement, what I can do here is that let me take num equals to 10. Okay, so while num, we can do 100, same thing. Okay, while num, print num, oh, if num mod of 2 equals to 0, continue. Print here number. So what this will do, for example, anything mod, this mod functionality, what it does, as we learned earlier, it will check the remainder. What it gives us always a remainder. 100 of 2, because 2 by 50 is 0, then remainder will be 0. 99. So for example, odd number will always be one remainder, or even number will always be a remainder of 0. So now let us run this program. Okay, it has ran or not, or it has. Let me restart this shell. Okay, our shell has got hang. Yes. So what we can do here is that let us go to PowerShell and run this as administrator. And let me go to see where my program is stored. My program's name is infinite loop by py. I write here infinite loop.py. Okay, there is some problem with this program. Okay, cool. So what it is doing here, what continue does is that it goes from at the start of the loop and we are not doing anything. For example, num equals to num minus 1 or etc. So it has gone into infinite loop, and because of this continue we are not able to see our print num2. So what we can do here is that let us kill this program. This is an infinite loop. So what we will do, let us decrease num while num is, and let us do here while num is greater than 0. Okay, now let's run it. Okay, so here the mistake was I had a typo and it went on to do num. What I can do here is that now I can do print 3. So let us print all the numbers of 3. Okay, so the thing is here is that let us check. So what it is doing right now, it is printing all even 98, 97. If number is not divisible by 3, then it is printing that number. If number is not divisible by 3, and let us do it for 2. Let us do it here 20. So we can see all output in ones. Okay. See, now let us see what has happened here. So when 20 goes here, 20 is greater than 0. Okay, true. 20 minus 1, 19. What I can do here is that let me use this num minus 1 equals what. Let us see what happens now. Now it has gone into an infinite loop again. Cool. So continue is, we are not able to change this value. That's why, because value is never changing, and because of continue it is going at the top of the loop. So infinite loop is occurring because this continue puts the condition at the top of the loop. So whenever you are putting continue, this will go at the top of the loop. Whenever you are putting break, this will give you it will break the loop. So we have done this while loop break, and let us do one example from our previous session. We can see which example we can take. We can take, let us see what case came, what we did. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this is a good example which we can take. You might remember, if you don't, I can show. So guess the number 1 to 6. It is a number and we have to guess it all the time. And it was very hard to put it every time. We were wrong, better luck next time. So what I can do here is now that I can put this in the while loop. Okay, so output equals to, first we will store the output, and what I can do here is that while true. Okay, and since this is Python needs indentation, so we'll move it here. You need to check if you haven't understood about indentation till now. Please check it online and go through it. So what we can do here is that it will go in continuous loop and it will not exit here, and when user has guessed it correctly, you guessed it correct, and we can break them. Okay, let us see how it runs now. Let me run, shall I run from shell only? Okay, we will run from shell only. Better luck next time. You guessed it correct. So the number was 3. Output random init, it takes any number between 1 to 3. So in how many iteration I got this number? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let us count also. For example, what I can do here is that count equals to 0. Okay, and let us check how many times I have guessed it rightly. So whenever user guesses wrong, I can do plus equals to 1. We are increasing count here. Right now I showed this will be equals to, this is similar as count equals to count plus 1. Don't get confused with this statement. Okay, and after guessing it correct, what we can do here is that, okay, you guessed it correct. Let us increase count here because this will also count. Okay, and let us print here you guessed in chance. Okay. Let me, and this will be count. Okay, now instead of breaking it here, let us move the statement to above. Let us see now in how many chance I guess the right number. Oh wow, I'm lucky this time. No, no, no. Cool. So I guessed in 4 chances. It should be chances or chance, I don't know. Chances. Did you get it? If you increase the number, let me take it like 20. This is a game. You can build more sophisticated game on this. So I'm guessing right now 3, now 5. Now the number is from 1 to 20. You can see here. No, 10, no, 3, no, 8, no. Oh my god. So 12, no, 15, no. Oh my god. Okay, you can try this. This is taking 20 is too much to guess. Now, what else we can add while loop in our case? Let us open one more program and see if we can add any info storer. Let us check what is info storer from our this we were used to write. We had used to write a program. Any other travel destination yourself? Mm, mhm. Okay, let us build on one more program on the top of this. We have some couple of minutes left. So what we will do here is that mm, we'll ask user to enter the information of friends or person and their age, and we will store it in the dictionary. Okay, we can also store it in some file. Okay, we will write in the file. Okay, let us see we can do it or not. Come on. So now what we can do here is that, for example, let us import d equals to data. So we are creating database of user. Okay, let us create an empty database. While true or so we are creating here infinite loop. So name equals to input, enter person's name. Okay, and we will get person's name. Age equals to input, enter person's age. Now what I can do here is that data name equals to age, and we'll prompt the question to user, input, do you want to stop? If user says if stop equals to, okay, what we can do here is that we will ask either yes or no. Okay, so let us lower whatever the value it gets like last time we did, and if it is equals to y, then let us break the loop. Okay, let us save it and let us name it person data.py. Now what I can do is I can run this loop. Enter person's name, mm, Ram, age 12. No, I don't want to stop. Enter person's name, Sham. No, I again don't want to stop. I want to enter more. Raju, 10. Now let us add Gabbar, 50. 50. Okay, I want to stop now. Okay, and what data is? So we have gathered our data here. What we can do here is that we can import JSON, and before breaking JSON.dump, we can dump JSON file. Just a second. we can create, so where were we? Yeah, we can open a file and let us name it as data.json, and let us open right in right format as JSON file. Okay, and we can do just json.dump data comma JSON file. After we have dumped the JSON file, if you don't know JSON, go and read on it. So it is a way to store data. It is also heavily used in API. So learning this would be very beneficial for you. So now let us again. So now enter person's name, Sam 25. Now rock 42. No, Batista 40. John Cena 46. AJ Styles 45. See, the problem here, what happened here is that we have just messed it up from John Cena because we didn't give it a name and this, and our check is like we just check only Y, we don't check anything else. So we have to improve this program. You can check if any right now what you can do, this you can try and practice in your home to debug it. Like if I'm giving any other value than Y, it is still working. So it should not be like that. If anything other than value Y, it should prompt please enter Y or N only. So you can try this right now. We can again do it at John Cena 46. I don't want to stop. AJ Styles. Also, you can check how you can remove. You can put only one quit method in way instead of asking every time. So this you can try in your free time. Okay, last AJ Style 55. Yes, I want to stop now. So you see now what I can do here is that I can go to code and I can go here and see our data.json is created. So if I go here, it's taking some time to open. It is slow. Okay, I don't want to. Okay, now, okay, you can see here. So data is it is implemented in JSON format, and this data is corrupt. So now we have created a way to store some database while quickly iterating. You can also use to use this program to create a biodata kind of program where you take person's name and then you map age with some different thing than hobby. For example, what I can do here is that I can do hobby input. What is your hobby? Okay. Now, so I have 4 minutes remaining. So now what I can do in just 4 minutes. So what we can do here is that we can construct a dictionary. Okay. We can just put info dictionary equals to info dictionary equals to, and what I can do here is that I can give age as age value, hobby as hobby value. Anything more I want to click on? Okay, we can do city too. Okay, city as city value. So right now we haven't got anything about from city. So with city you live in. Okay. Mm, and let us do name equals to info dictionary, and we will store this as, because it will overwrite it. So you can, we have written one program, for example, in firstOrder.py, it stores everything from timestamp. You can use this logic from previous session. Right now we'll just save it because of time criticality. Enter person's name, again Sam, age 25, hobby cricket. Yeah, you can see this hobby and cricket is very close to use each other. You need to put space here, so you can try to change the script. Which city you live in? Mumbai. Okay, no. Then John Cena, his age is 46, his hobby is wrestling, and he lives in Chicago. No. Then what we can take here is that Iron Man. Okay, his age is 33. His hobby is saving planet. He lives in New York. Okay, I want to stop now. If you go here now data, it is changed. So you can see here, Sam, we have created a small database. So Sam's age is 25, hobby is cricket, city is Mumbai, John Cena. So you can go and take a look at some other information about while loop also, but this is enough. Okay, thank you. Thank you guys. If anyone has any question, they can ping me back or mail me up. Thanks a lot. Bye.